big names on the internet have proclaimed themselves to be a massive influence on our youth. Ah yes, indoctrinating our children to convince them to believe that if they take their mother's credit card, they could buy V-Bucks and crappy merchandise off their website. Great things will happen to them. Miraculous endings towards a tragic lifestyle, full of getting beaten at 12 in the morning because you're watching their videos on a school night. It's kind of like when you get lured into a van by a creepy guy with candy, and he promises you, nothing bad's gonna happen, I promise. And then you have to spend the next 15 years with expensive therapy that doesn't work. 2017, throughout 2018 and the beginning of 2019 was the golden era for these scam artists because they were really good at hiding their trap and denying all sorts of sources that committed an abundant amount of accusations, such as abuse, faking a relationship breakup or death, scamming their audience for merchandise and content, and not apologizing for what they've done, or getting arrested. That's pretty much it. But they all kind of died off and did better things, like boxing, rapping, Fortnite. But the remaining several of them have now resurfaced from the battle of irrelevance, and they are now licking their wounds, desperately trying to get back into your wallets again. That's right, the spotlight is now open again for these poor bastards, kinda like Jack Doe Dummy here, who we are going to be talking about briefly today. I feel the need that it's important for me, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I've covered this dumbass before. A long time ago. When I was a small boy and I discovered his channel, and he was also a small boy, he was part of the whole like child YouTuber scammer like group where they're just vlogging and they just make clickbait nonsense back when like Jake Paul was making the vlogs and he was like the cult leader of all of the... Yeah. I covered him and I referred to him as a Jake Paul wannabe. And in fact, in an old series that I had called Jake Paul Wannabes. Because at the time, in 2018, 2017, Jake Paul Wannabes is basically a group of people, influencers, YouTubers, who come together and do this whole like, okay guys, like, comment, and subscribe, buy the merch, and like, I'm totally not gonna rip you off. It's funny because I feel like I've grown up with all these people because it's like, I'm an adult now and so are you, but you clearly did not do anything else different in your life and you're a big goofball. And your reputation has gotten worse. These YouTubers, dude, I feel like they're the friends that you reunite with later in life, but you haven't seen them since middle school. So it's like, oh, it's awkward and weird and you're like an adult now, so it's weird. But as of recently, there's been something of the sorts of him ripping off his audience and desperately trying to save his own reputation, which, did he really have one other than just being a complete douche? Like, he would always start off his videos just being like, what's up guys, back for another vlog, we're gonna be making a video, I'm gonna take my mom on a ride in my McLaren, I'm gonna show you how fast it goes, make sure you subscribe and like for more content and buy the merch. So like, he'd make videos where he's crashing a McLaren with his friend inside, and it's just a broadcast, it's just, you know, oh, not a big deal, but I almost died. Oh, look at my friend, he's bleeding. Ah yes, glorifying the potential tragedy of others and not giving a damn. You just have to make a YouTube video for your dying channel. Congratulations, you successfully pulled it off. Now, you're wondering where your paycheck is? Oh, that's right. You're already rich. You just have to have something to do. There's nothing more douchey when you have to put McLaren and crashed in the title because it's just like, okay. But it's not only that. Recently there was a broadcast of him blatantly ripping off his audience through a crypto rug pulling machine that basically he was profiting off of from the money of other people. The fact that he blatantly live streamed it effortlessly, he didn't really get that much money from his 29-minute stream. He doesn't really show any like commentary, he doesn't show any like compassion, he's just like, I'm just ripping you off, eat shit. You're all poor, by the way. When you make YouTube vlogs and you just get away with like the type of shit you do, you pay off your friends a huge amount of money to basically play along with your whole skit. Because innately these are skits. These are all like complete movies. Not everyone lives this lifestyle where every day something crazy happens. That's not a thing. Jack Doe Dicky has to fucking record everything where, oh, I got married. I just bought a Tesla that's poorly rated. I got into a fight with my stalker. I hang out with the Island Boys. Or, even better yet, I bought a $12 million house. Who gives a shit?
But Divine, look, he's just a content creator like you know. He's just making his living making videos. And what's wrong with that? I think he's a pretty decent YouTuber, not gonna lie.
When you rely on someone with this type of hairstyle, you know you deceived yourself completely ass backwards. Not only his goofy hairstyle has ripped you off completely and deceived you both financially and mentally, but now we are having to embrace the fact that he is publicly scamming people. I hope I'm not the only one that is mentioning this, but the only reason why he's being talked about now is because he's doing all of this to get attention again. And that's the only reason why any of these douchebags do any of these like questionable things, like scamming people or like, oh, accusations, drama, blah, 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 is because, well, he's now back into the spotlight. But his career is not going to go anywhere because this is about maybe a couple minutes of fame, and it's been talked about for maybe a couple weeks or months. But aside from all of that, Jack Doherty is not a Jake Paul wannabe. I don't consider him a Jake Paul wannabe anymore. I consider him a Danny Duncan wannabe. And I think Danny Duncan's a great YouTuber. But as for the other guy, it's obviously blatant that he's just not hiding it. He's making it fully known that you're getting ripped off. Not even an apology. He's not apologizing. He's not yet to even like clarify it, accept the fact that he's in the wrong. No. He's a greedy white boy who is so privileged enough to live in a mansion but yet complain because his clout is ceasing to exist by the minute. It is asinine, but yet it's awesome.
I mean, you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt, alright? He's had a hard time, you know? People clickbait. People make content that's fake. That's how they get the viewer to laugh.
Oh, look at me. I paid Polo G $200K to perform at my party. I caught her cheating. Oh, and get this, the next video is literally saying we got married. Wow, this is like visible proof that he's literally just not good. At 1,000,006 subscribers. Holy shit. And this guy's really trying to chase the clout cloud. I bought a 1 out of 1 Tesla Cybertruck. Who cares? This guy's content is literally the most bland and most like basic because we've seen vloggers on the internet pay like the most expensive and abundant amount of things that are expensive for a video. And it could be just one thing that's worth like $1 million that they make a big video out of. Like this dude's straight up trying to be Danny Duncan and it's funny. It's not even Jake Paul clones anymore. It's literally just like we're copying Danny Duncan and we're just like we're trying to keep up. Is that Fousey Tube? That explains a lot. Top of everything that people say, because there's a lot of videos being made about him right now, I agree with everyone. I think this guy should be banned to the Shadow Realm because think of it this way. A lot of these type of YouTubers are well known for scheming their audience. And most of the time, they get away with it. They get away with scamming. And no matter how many times they apologize or how many times they redeem themselves or save their career, Jack Doherty is not going to do that. He's going to continue making shitty videos and shitty content to satisfy the young and impressionable. Turns out the young and impressionable are young and impressionable. That's kind of why they are clueless and they're the next victims. Yeah, Jacko Dummy fucking really did it this time. I can't believe I'm making a video about him again 5 years later. It is crazy. Do I consider this a Jake Paul wannabes episode? I mean, I guess so. I guess the moral of the story is that the rich people are the bad people. Yeah, thank you all for watching this video. And I apologize for not uploading according to the schedule I made up last video. But I'll make that up to you. Cue the outro music.
I just ripped off the pants, turned them into shorts. That boy wasting all his time, he on YouTube shorts. He like, what am I supposed to do? I just press record. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?